I mean, I would recommend every parent having this child to go for it and give a try. There is nothing to lose. It can only make our life better.
So my name is Jogesh. We are from the US. But we have been like different places. Like we've been in the US, UK, Canada.
I'm Garima. My son is Advay, and we are originally from India.
He's 9 years old. He has been diagnosed with autism. Yeah, so I mean, we noticed after a few years he was born, then we noticed that he was not having eye contact and withdrawn socially, and some of the milestones that he was supposed to attain, he wasn't attaining that. So then we just went to check with the doctor and got the diagnosis of Asperger's and autism. So because it's a spectrum, so he falls under that.
So when he was born, he had chronic constipation, so severe gut issues. So we kind of did some protocols to fix his gut, and then we helped him with speech therapy, occupational therapies, because all the areas he was lagging behind and he needed help. So we have done certain protocols, and so recently we have done stem cell therapy. So that's the recent one.
So we, just the traditional therapies that they have for speech, occupational, and also we try to just make him get used to new environments, a lot of travel, like just for him to cope up with different scenarios and things like that. That's what we have been doing. So he has been improving year by year, based on whatever that we were doing and the help that he was getting at school and other therapies. We wanted to look for some options, like we were already looking at some clinical trials, like in the US, like what type of stuff that they're actually trying for some of the kids. So that's when we came across this stem cell therapy. There are other people in the US that they have done as a clinical trial, and that's why we wanted to explore another treatment which can actually give some substantial improvement than what he was normally getting on a day-to-day basis.
I got this idea because recently my sister was pregnant, and she was trying to store her umbilical cord, and that's when I got to know there are a future cure, or I would say a treatment plan to help kids with autism and other chronic diseases with stem cell therapy. And we dig into it, we did more research, and that's when we thought we wanted to give a try with stem cell therapy.
So yeah, I think we did a bit of research about stem cells, so we did not have much of expectations like what would happen in the future, but then I think she does a lot of medical reading and stuff, so she kind of understood, okay, so there's the stem cells, the additional cells can actually go into the body and try to cure or help with the inflammation and other things in the body, which we thought that might help with the other improvements that might automatically happen in a person. So I think she did a lot of research around that, and we were not expecting any specific type of improvement, but just overall anything that can be healed in the body, which will then create that improvements in all the issues that a person might have.
Yeah. Overall, if anything can help him get better than what he is now, we were willing to try. And obviously the bigger question is whether it is safe or not. So I saw a lot of videos where parents who went for it and they saw different improvements, and there were hardly any side effects. So we thought we should also go for it and just see if he can get better than whatever he is right now.
When we wanted to start this process, we wanted to get more information outside of what we have done research. So I think that's when we spoke to the doctor and had the consultation with the treatment here, the doctor here. we raised all these concerns like at the beginning to understand. So okay, so the doctor explained that they're going to do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we asked, okay, what could be the side effects and like anything that we need to be worried about. I think those are when those questions got answered, I think we were a little bit we were much easier on our concerns basically.
And apart from what he answered, like our concern was whether this kind of treatment was like, performed on any Asian kid. So when they answered it was performed and they still see the improvements. So we were like, ready to go for it. Honestly, like as doctor mentioned, it takes like 3 to 4 weeks to see the improvements, and nobody was expecting any improvement. But suddenly after I did the first day of the treatment, I just saw my son, he has like a lot of fear against kids. He would not even go closer to them. I just said, can you go and say hi to the other kid? He went and did handshake and said hello. That was like literally surprising for me. Like in this 9 years, he has not gone closer, like not even standing next to any kid. So that was like first surprising thing. And suddenly when we did the second day of the treatment, my son, he knows all the process of brushing his teeth in the morning, but he needs like constant reminder, like do this is the next step. And today morning, as usual, like every other day I asked him, can you go and brush your teeth? And he just went and finished everything. I was like, oh wow, that was like very quick to see the improvement. So just hoping and praying that, with time we see like miraculous benefits out of this stem cell therapy. And in case if I would feel like, he has improved to like 70% or 80%, I wouldn't mind coming here again and trying so that he can reach to that 90 or 100%.
So he has a lot of anxiety with these like medical related procedures, like especially with needles and other things. So obviously, we went with like minor sedation during the process. That was also an initial fear for us because we are just giving him sedation for after I don't know, we have never for the first time ever. So I think that was also like constantly monitored by the anesthesiologist, and I just made sure that everything went smoothly. Yeah, that was one thing we were worried about, like how he's going to handle the whole the process. But I think that was also easier, like made it easier with the anesthetic and all that stuff. Yeah.
Service is fantastic here, like beyond my expectation. People are like too friendly. We had like fear, like we don't know how it's gonna go considering our son's, anxiety and the fear he has. But they made it look like so simple and easy process. I mean, I would recommend every parent having this child to go for it and give a try. There is nothing to lose. It can only make our life better.
Yeah, no, we did not have any expectations like when we were just going to come here. But like she said, definitely exceeded our expectations. So like we were taken care of right from the beginning since we came here and the clinic, and then we were just like felt at ease and the accommodation. So yeah, it's just yeah, it has been much easier than we thought. Like, so obviously initially to come down to a new country, that was also a little bit of let's say anxiety. I mean, we have traveled a bit, so it's not that much of an issue. So we have traveled a bit in Europe and the other places, but still like coming to a new country without knowing the language and stuff. So it's just but yeah, it's been, we have the whole team has been helpful. So we had like different drivers taking us where we wanted to, much more than the actual service that we were expecting from here.
Yeah, everything was mostly taken care of. From the day we arrived, they picked us at the airport, dropped us to the hotel. Then there was a transport provided, pick and drop from the place where we were staying to the clinic, and from breakfast to lunch, dinner, everything was taken care of. So yeah, they are very helpful.